everyone, this is the Wakfu guide, and today I'm gonna teach you about statistics or characteristics or whatever you want to call it. These determine how your character behaves in battle and in the overworld, what he's strong against, what he's weak against. So defense and offense. You can find the shortcut all the way here on the shortcut bar on the left, or press the B button. The first thing you will see is your class, your character name, the level and the nation, of course. The XP you need for the next level. This is the main bar. This will always show your HP, health points, HP attack points, MP movement points, and WP Wakfu points. This is without any in-battle effects, because if I were to be in a group of 6 players and would start a battle, I would have 8000 HP, something like that. Because of some of the Secure's abilities or passives or whatever. So yeah, this is where you can find these 4 things. Then you have the mastery. This determines how good you are with the elements. Of course, I don't use water because I'm a Secure, so I can't use water. That's why the water is very low. The swords are the attack you deal. Each point is 1%, so my water spells would be 151% stronger if I use them. But let's just say I use fire, because I use fire, so it's easier to explain. So every let me take the spells. So yeah, Blood Rush. Blood Rush is 46 HP when I attack the enemy, but because it's 800 times stronger, because it's 800%, it would be somewhere around 500 HP, and then you don't have the effects like flaming and all that stuff, but that's not really important. So yeah, that would be way stronger. I also use Earth a lot, so that's also something I invested in, and I use Air for movability, but only Rejected 2 and Light Speed. So these are the elements. Your character always has 3 elements. You can find out which ones there are by pressing S button. Red is fire, green is earth, purple is air, and blue is water. But I don't have water, so you won't see any water spells here, because I'm a Secure. Then you have the HP removal bonus and the MP removal bonus. These can be boosted when you level up. Let's see where they are. Yeah, under agility you can boost this if you want, but I choose to boost lock and dodge. But then you would have chances to remove HP or remove MP when attacking an enemy, or have resistance against it, so enemies can take MP or AP from you. Then you have the battle statistics, damage inflicted. This is how much extra damage you get. This only says 20%, but this is in general, and it's on top of every element. So that would increase even higher, so this would be 820% instead of 800. Then you have critical hits, which determine how often you can crit. Each critical hit point increases your chances of performing a critical hit by 1%. And critical hits that make your attacks 25% stronger. So I have right now I have a 37% chance to make a crit, and that will increase my damage by 25%. Then you have initiative. This determines when you start in battle. My initiative is very low because I like to invest in other stuff. But this determines how quick your turn is. So if I would go into battle right now, I would just take this none just for show purposes. Like right now, when you right click, you can see it also, view of the stats of every character. My initiative bonus is 165, and the one of the Ecludian Nun is 73. So because my initiative is higher, I can attack first, or not attack first, but my move is first. I could also defend if that's what I wanted. So yeah, that determines how fast you can, how fast your turn is when you're fighting against enemies. On to the next thing. Dodge. This determines how many. When you are standing next to an enemy, and you have lock and dodge. These go together. Let's say my dodge is 390, but the enemy's lock is 400. So that would be a 10 difference in their favor. And only 10 would probably, if like I'm standing right here now, if this nun would keep still for a second, and I would want to walk away over here, this will cost me 1 additional MP because I actually can't dodge that, so to speak. So I would have to pay a penalty of 1 MP. And if that's like, if she has like 600 lock and I have still 390 dodge, I would have to pay more, so maybe 4 HP and 5 MP. Just to give an example. So yeah, lock determines if enemies can walk away from you, and dodge determines if you can walk away from enemies. Then you have wisdom. 1% one point wisdom is 1% extra wisdom, and this determines your gained experience points bonus. So this is 20, so I would gain 120% XP from a battle, so 1/5 more XP. This is control. This is not important if you're a Sacred, because they can't summon anything, but one control gives you 1 more thing to summon. So if you're an Asadamos or another summon class, you would be able to summon more creatures to do your bidding. Then you have heals perform, minus 30%, because I only have 1 healing spell and I don't use it often on allies, because it's the most useful for Sacred and costs Wakfu points. So you only have 6 Wakfu points. You can of course regain some, but yeah, I mostly don't use that. So I have minus 30 on top of, because I got my, this is from a passive, I think it's Carnage, I'm not sure. Block. Each block point makes you 1% more likely to reduce damage by 20%. So I have a 20% chance to receive I have a 20% chance to reduce damage by 20% each time I get attacked. Range, this is for ranged spells. I don't have ranged spells except the same one that I use for healing, but I usually only use it on myself because it's also a self-boosting spell. So I don't have any points in this. Then your lock, what I just explained, dodge and lock, so I'm not gonna go over that again. Prospecting, this determines how much more likely you are to gain certain items after a battle. So let's say this red drops a red tail, and that chance would be 20%. I will get, I have prospecting, so your normal chance of course would be 100, and it would be 140. So I'm about, if the tail is 20% and I got 140% chance instead of 100, I would get, let me think, somewhere around 28% chance to get that tail. So it boosts your prospecting. This has a maximum of 150. Otherwise you would gain very rare items too much. Although I must say, if you have this on 150, you probably get a lot of items too. Oh yeah, when you click on something like range or dodge or whatever, it will be added to your main bar if you think that's fine. But I don't need that. This is damage. Then you have kit skill. This is mostly for outside of battle. This is a maximum of 10 points. Kit skill determines what you can wear, because each equipment has certain levels. I don't think I have something of a high level with me, but if I were, let's say this shock absorber is level 152. If I was level 150, I wouldn't be able to wear it because this thing would be 2 levels too high for me. but I have 3 kit skill, which that means if I was level 150, I could wear gear from level 153. So then I would be able to wear this. So the kit skill can be very useful for wearing items higher than your own level. Then you have the secondary stuff. You have critical mastery. This is added to elemental mastery to gain more critical hit damage. So like I said, it would be 25%. Now it would be 75% instead of 25, because I gain an additional 50. Rear mastery, when you attack from behind, your attacks are always stronger, and you can even boost that more with rear mastery, so 10%. Melee mastery, I have this very high, of course, because I'm a Sacred and all my attacks are mostly melee. I would say about 95% are melee, or whatever you want to call it. Single target mastery, also the same. Most of my spells are single target, so great boost in single target. Healing mastery, like I said before, I don't use that healing spell often, but it will increase your the amount of HP you give to others with your spells or to yourself. Critical resistance, this is the opposite of this. If you get attacked with a crit, you will gain 20% less damage from that crit. Same with rear resistance and rear mastery. Distant mastery will of course make your long range attacks more stronger. So in my case 20%. Area mastery, this will make your area of effect spell stronger. So let's see, is there one red by its own? Yeah. So just to showcase what is. Oh. Spells like this, which are only one tile, are of course close range. Then you have this one, you have this tile, and the tile over here, 2 tiles, is still close range. So this is T-shaped. So these 2 outer diagonal. Sorry, I can't pronounce that word right. Diagonal lines would be long range instead of short range. So melee is within 2 range, and then you have the area of effect spells, which is light speed in my case. This will affect the entire red area you see, or so use this. And then you have that's also a long range spell, of course, because it's more than 2 tiles. This is also still close combat, even though it's more than 1 tile. So I think you guys get the idea from that. So I'm just gonna kill this guy. And then of course you have Berserk Mastery, which I also boosted a lot because of course I'm a Sacred, so I automatically get stronger each time I lose HP. Which this does, this gives me 325 Berserk Mastery if my HP gets below 50%, so 3202 HP at this point. I would get 325% more damage, which is real nice. Then you have display abilities. Each time you level up, you can choose these. You have intelligence. You have 5 branches. I will go over them separately. Health point percent, of course. Each point will give you 4% more of your maximum HP. Elemental resistance will give you 10 resistance for each point. Maxes out at 10. Sorry. Barrier will reduce the amount of damage you receive from certain spells for 10 times per turn. So if you would get attacked 11 times, it wouldn't have any effect. Same with heals received percentage and armor in health points. So if I would give this 10 points, I would have 40% armor of my maximum HP. Strength, elemental mastery. This is general damage, like damage inflicted, like here is the same. Single target mastery, already went over that. Area mastery also, close combat also. This mastery also. And these are general health points. One point is 20 health points. The agility branch, block, dodge, initiative, block and dodge. I already explained all of these. AP and MP, removal and resistance. Also explained these. Chance, critical hit is here. Block, critical mastery, rear mastery, berserk damage, healing mastery, rear resistance, critical resistance. Already explained those. And major, these are very, very important. To choose these wisely because you only get a few. You would get 4, 5 throughout the entire levels. Always choose action points. The first thing, you get your first one at level 25, I think. So choose action points once you reach level 25. Then you have movement and damage, which will give you 1 MP and 20 elemental resistance. Range and damage, 1 range and 40 elemental mastery. Wakfu points, if you want 2 Wakfu points additional, then you would have 8 Wakfu points instead of the usual 6. Control and damage, this is gives you 2 control and 40 elemental mastery. So if you would be an Osama dose, this would be a nice thing to have. Kit skill, already explained that. This gives 10 kit skill, dus it maxes it out immediately. But I wouldn't choose this because eventually you will get that level, and these other things are way more valuable than kit skill. Damage inflicted, 1 point is 10% more damage on everything you do. And elemental mastery of elemental resistance will give you 50 resistance for every element. So yeah, that's it for all of the statistics. Of course, you need to be aware of the battles. Enemies always have certain things you need to be aware of, like additional stats they do give with their spells, just like characters does. So I'm just gonna skip ahead and wait for one of them to give me an effect, because I believe these guys give some kind of poison, or at least this big guy. Let's get to this big guy. So he can attack me. Apparently these guys don't give anything. Oh wait, they do. Like this one. Contamination. This will give you all kinds of effects. So always be aware of what your enemy can inflict upon you inside of battle. And once you learn all that, it would be way easier for you to win all of your battles. Anyway, that's it for this video of the Wakfu guide. I hope it helped you out. Please leave a like and subscribe so I can reach other people with videos to help them too. That was it for this episode. Thanks for watching.